It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So a couple of things are trending this morning. Jason Kelce is the top trending topic. He is the brother of Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce.
I saw several TikToks like this last night, and they did make me laugh, or this morning. One says, Lord, I didn't even know who Jason Kelce was a year and a half ago, and now I'm sobbing listening to his retirement speech, and I'm really praying that young men everywhere look to him and Travis as goals of what real masculinity looks like.
He's definitely masculine. There's no doubt about it.
But there were so many Taylor Swift fans. I don't even know this guy, but I love him.
Yeah.
So he's trending because he gave his retirement speech or whatever. I thought, how many times is he going to retire? I thought it was already a done deal that he had retired. I mean, I like him. Listen, I really like him. I'm not as big a fan of Travis Kelce as I am this Kelce, whatever his name is.
Yes, TJ, you're
Trevor
right.
Kelce, Travis and Trevor Kelce.
I thought the same thing. He announced his retirement after the season was over. Then he kind of like, I might come back for a year. I've still got a year left on my contract. And then he decided to make it official yesterday.
Well, he's not masculine. If that's what masculinity is supposed to look like, men crying in public are not masculine.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't care what kind of a legend he is on the gridiron. Crying at men are not masculine. He might as well have been wearing a ballerina outfit.
If you start getting choked up, what do you do?
You don't get choked up.
Yeah, I don't get choked up
in the first place.
Yeah, that's right.
TJ,
What do you
cried
do
in public.
What do you do if you start getting choked up?
Yeah.
Then you apologize to everybody for being such a little feminine waif. Yeah, even if you weigh 300 pounds.
Yeah, he's a hefty waif.
Yeah, you just don't do it.
I do want to know, like, has anybody ever cried over a celebrity before? Because I did see a lot of those videos. People were just so upset about it and so emotional over his announcement. So, well, maybe we'll get to that a little bit later.
I don't know that I have.
I definitely have not.
I can't think of one.
Only death is the only thing I can think of that I've cried about.
Who?
Death. Like when someone.
Everybody knows who Death is.
No, I'm saying like when somebody died. Like Robin Williams made me cry when he died. But
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all.
Because he was such a horrible father.
I don't want to talk about that part.
Also, other sports news that's trending, Russell Wilson has been cut by the Denver Broncos. So I genuinely like that guy. And
but he's been cut, and he's going to make $100 something million.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
They got to pay him.
Yeah, like $165 million guaranteed.
It's an insane number that he's
love
doing.
to see it.
Yeah.
He spend more time with the kids, maybe. He's got a bunch. They got a whole brood over there.
He'll be working again in no time.
I like him. And then Kate Middleton was seen for the first time in public since her hospitalization for her abdominal surgery. She was supposed to be out of the public spotlight until after Easter. But the fact that she's photographed in a car is 100% like, let's just get her out in public because everybody's speculating about where she's been, even though it was pretty clear she was going through a medical thing and she was going to be off the grid for a little bit. But everybody was, wondering, is Prince William cheating on her? Are they splitting up? Did she just get really horrible bangs and she's trying to hide from the public?
I saw that yesterday, and I kind of hate that they did that. I almost, I kind of got caved in a way. It's sad. She had stomach surgery. Leave her alone.
Yeah. The royal family's all about appearances, so they're like, well, we gotta get out there. But if they looked at the source of all those rumors, it's a bunch of idiots on like Instagram and Snapchat. So don't worry about it; it's not that big of a deal. But those are a few things that are now trending.
So today's edition of Group Therapy is an interesting scenario because you've got two kids, and you may have to make a pretty heavy request of one to make the other happy. There is no real good winner in this scenario, but we'll be curious to see what you think with Group Therapy. Coming up next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is Natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first-class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
It's Tuesday. The doctors are in. This is Group Therapy on the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show.
So if you have a problem, an issue, something that's going on in your life, and you need some advice, the Ace and TJ Radio family is always here. Every Tuesday at this time, we do group therapy. You can DM us your question, your issue. Sometimes we just answer them as best we can, but we always pick one each week to do for group therapy. Now, this is posted on our social media. If you want to go ahead and comment, feel free at the Ace TJ Show. I don't think we ever had anything like this. DM is from a couple. It says, I guess it's the dad that sent it. My son is getting married in October, but there's a problem. My daughter will be a senior in high school and has a marching band competition already set for that date. If she misses it, she could be, quote unquote, benched for a larger competition 2 weeks later. That could affect whether she gets a scholarship or not for marching band. The next weekend is fall break with an open schedule. Is it unreasonable to ask him to move his wedding date 1 week?
Well, you're not asking him.
Right. That was my point.
The problem.
That was going to be my point. You're not asking him because there's a her.
But that should have been taken into consideration before they set the date.
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
At some point, somebody could have said, hey, we're considering, how's this?
Yeah.
Especially when you know that in his case, his sister will be a senior. And already knows the important. He's got to know the importance of this to her and her future.
Yeah, and to his money situation, his financial situation. If she gets a scholarship, going to help out the whole family.
So now, though, here's where they are. Is it unreasonable for his parents to go to their son and daughter-in-law to be and say, hey, is there any way we can move this a week? There are a lot of questions, though. Have they already set the location for that particular weekend?
Or is that the only way that location is available, is on that day?
Because if it is, then you got to. Then what do you do? Then you can't move it because you've probably already put a down payment in place to secure that particular location.
Well, then your daughter goes to the marching band competition, and then the rest of the family goes to the wedding.
Yeah, she just misses her big brother's wedding.
Yeah. And who cares? There'll probably be another one if he's married to this wench that is controlling him and doesn't have any consideration for the rest of the family. Then they probably won't be married that long.
So, do they ask their son and daughter-in-law to be to move the wedding date in order to accommodate his younger sister, who'll be a senior in high school, with this marching band competition? At the Ace TJ Show, we'll get your answers next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Today's group therapy. It really is pretty simple. You have a couple. They have 2 kids. The daughter is a junior in high school now, will be a senior in October. Has a marching band competition the same weekend that their son and their daughter-in-law to be have scheduled for their wedding. And their question is, the next weekend is fall break with an open schedule. Is it unreasonable to ask them to move their wedding 1 week? Overwhelmingly, we got a lot of response to this fast. Overwhelmingly, people have said, it's not unreasonable to ask, but be prepared if they say no.
Yeah.
And most people says, well, like one lady said, you can ask, but understand if he doesn't. Just as he should understand if she has to miss the wedding. The next comment is somebody that said, I do not agree with this at all. It's a marching band competition that she could be benched for 2 weeks. Who cares? It's her brother's wedding. Get over yourself and be there for your other child. Sounds like he plays second string in the family for this to even be a consideration.
No, it sounds like he's trying to marry an inconsiderate woman that hates his family. That's what it sounds like. And it's not just a marching band competition that she might get benched for. She might lose a scholarship and everything else, which is fine with me because, I don't believe in college. So that might be a good thing.
Elizabeth made a good point. Said, I definitely talked to the band director. This isn't just missing for fun. Like, she's not missing just because she wants to do some fun. She's missing because she has a wedding that's been planned. April said, the wedding is being planned, and places / people have probably already been booked. It's just not that simple to move your wedding.
But you can at least ask.
Yeah.
You get all worked up. So if they say no, they say no. And then you just know what kind of person your son's marrying.
Rhiannon said, yes, it is unreasonable, especially because likely they've already booked the majority of things like venue, caterer, DJ, band. These things book a year in advance. It's a difficult situation, but I wouldn't move my wedding date.
Right. Would you move it if it were your sister? If it were the bride's sister, would it get moved? Hell yes, it would. Absolutely.
The 2 biggest... again, people say, you can ask, but don't be surprised if they say no. And talk to the band director is what people have said more than anything else. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, have you even discussed this with the band director? They'll probably understand the scenario.
I mean, they got to perform. I mean, if a quarterback has to take off a week and somebody steps up and replaces him, he doesn't get his job back just because it was his brother's wedding. He got to earn it back.
That's true. That's true.
Which would you rather do on a Saturday? Would you rather go to a band competition or a wedding? I haven't heard any of the arguments. I've just been thinking, like, which one is worse?
Nothing has made you feel good about either option at this point.
Cancel it, everything. Cancel it all.
Oh, I have found something that is, I don't know if TJ will even be able to finish the show. He's going to run right out and get himself booked into this particular class as soon as he hears about this. Coming up next.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it as a podcast. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
It is. That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting. There's no appraisal. I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
Our nation's second president, John Adams, always slept on the left side of the bed. He believed this would increase his chances of having positive dreams and a more successful next day. That's why every mattress we sell here at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress includes a left side.
And for those that prefer waking up on the right side of the bed, our mattresses come with one of those too.
This President's Day, you can save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic sets. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Don't forget, there's a lot of new stuff happening with the Ace and TJ Show. There's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show every day. And there is now live on our app at 10 Eastern every day, then available to download after TJ's podcast. And then live every day at 3 Eastern on our app, then available for download. It's Ace and Friends. So we got a couple of new shows for you to have as well, in addition to the Ace and TJ podcast or radio show every day. Rarely is it that I hear something and think, oh my God, this has TJ written all over it. But this does. When I saw it this morning, I said, I know the person who's going to partake in this immediately. He's going to have to go to Montana. But you, TJ, you've done yoga before.
Yep.
And you liked it?
I like it.
As a workout?
Yep. But I've never done it with other people.
Okay, you never in a class of any sort. Well,
no. Classes are for women.
Well, here's taking it next level. There is a yoga studio in Montana that now has a clothing optional yoga class.
Yoga is at its core about liberation. I'm trying to get people into a space of acknowledging what they might be holding in their bodies, everything from trauma to joy.
It helps calm and soothe my Tourette's. I've always been really curious about doing a clothing optional class because it makes us really self-conscious, and I am pretty self-conscious. I'm a little fluffier, than I want to be, just like most people.
We've had some folks that have started off in sports bras and shorts, and they slowly moved to like a topless space, and then just kind of completely just all out and in the open.
Yeah. The lady is Clementine Lindley. She's the owner of Limber Tree Yoga and Wellness, talking about this new class that, as she said, is designed to build community and release trauma from the body.
Yeah, I saw this story, and she comes complete with the upspeak tone, and it's very liberating, and people are more self-conscious, and it's a fetish. She said, we're going to do this without judgment, without this. You can't control judgment or pervertedness, perversion. You can't judge that. That's what people are going in. Why would you want to be naked doing yoga? It's the worst possible thing you could do naked.
I was
most
very
grotesque
surprised.
Thing.
Yeah, that it's a mixed class. Because you could easily get some, and if you're being stereotypical, you easily get some perverted guys I'm going to take this naked yoga class. I'm going to get in and just see a bunch of naked people all around me.
See, I think the teacher, the yoga instructor, in my opinion, has the perversion because she's the one creating it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in there she's a chubby chaser or something. She's got the what do you call himself, fluffy guy in there. She's like, bend over, downward dog, whatever. It's nasty.
The students say big poses help find big release from anything the body is holding, from bullying to domestic violence, sexual assault, and body image.
Oh, God. Well, then why have we not been doing this for years?
I don't know.
To get rid of all of the things that people have anxiety over. Just strip down and bend over in various positions for the world to see.
Right in front of somebody behind you who wants to check you out. Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Now trending next.
It's a radio show. It's a radio show. It's a podcast. And it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradandbrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So Benadryl is trending this morning. I thought that was odd.
Yeah,
I mean,
I saw that too. And went, whoa, what's going on?
I have been seeing like Zyrtec commercials and stuff appearing now because it is allergy season. People dealing. I mean, it's early for allergy season, I think, but a lot of people are dealing with it. But the reason Benadryl is trending is because Elon Musk posted this meme, like a fake Benadryl ad, and it was like, Benadryl, you can't sneeze if you're unconscious. And it was obviously, that's not their real ad, but that's why it's trending. But a lot of people are apparently addicted to Benadryl. I didn't know that. Everybody's talking about their story with Benadryl. Some people have been taking it every night for 10 years to help them fall asleep. And now there's new research out that says it might cause some memory problems in your brain.
I went to school with a fellow named Benjamin Adrill, and we called him Ben.
Benjamin Adrill?
Yeah, Ben Adrill. What he went by. But I mean, hey, look out now.
Come on.
I tell you. Take my wife, please.
Please. So,
but that's the way Ace is going to be with that NyQuil.
Yeah.
That's why he can't remember anything, because of NyQuil.
That is not true. Not true. I don't take NyQuil every night anymore for years.
He's drinking it now. He just got some quote-unquote coffee.
I'm quilling, baby. Jason Kelce is also trending this morning. He did a tearful retirement announcement yesterday. You don't see many press conferences, like big, important press conferences in tank tops. Which
Did he do that?
Sleeveless T-shirt.
Sleeveless T-shirts. We should bring that back.
Yeah, I was surprised. He knew that was coming. You couldn't have worn a nice shirt.
I think more CEOs and stuff should incorporate, like, I don't know.
See, I didn't
start doing sleeveless press conferences.
I thought the same thing, Riggins, when I saw it yesterday. I thought, what, did they spring it on him? Was he working out or something?
No, and that's the bad part about it is that between that kind of thing and then that, what's his name, Pat McAfee always being in a tank top, they do it like, oh, this is going to be cool. It's not cool.
Yeah,
it's not cool.
It's your retirement announcement. You could have dressed a little nicer.
Also, it's his retirement announcement. Why can't he dress how he wants to dress?
He can.
Yeah, he can if he wants to look trashy.
No, but it is just, it's like an odd.
But it was like a conscious decision. He might as well have said, you know what? Give me a shirt that I can wear that looks trashy for my press conference. This is the way I want to go out. I want to go out looking trashy.
I'll tell you what part of it is for me, Rob, is that I thought about this yesterday. It just seems like after you have the retirement press conference, you go out to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like,
that's not.
When you do that, that just seems like what you would do. I've never been to a retirement press conference, but it seems like after you retire, it's like, okay, let's all go out to eat and celebrate. And you would want to go to a nice place.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me.
Yeah, sure.
That you're not getting in the palm with that sleeveless T-shirt, man.
Or these videos and pictures and all are going down in sports history. And this is what I'm going to be remembered wearing.
Yeah.
Believe me, as somebody who made a bad decision for something like that and wore an ugly cartoon vest in my wedding, I know this.
He's familiar.
Yeah.
Haunts him to
He
this
knows
day.
But I was
of what he speaks, people.
But I was a young, redneck kid out of Winfield, Louisiana. This guy's an adult. He's retiring. He's got money.
Absolutely. So those are just a few things that are now trending.
There's something that went on in Vegas that is not one of those crazy, trashy stories of, when people say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, like they're the first people to ever come up with that. This is something that you don't want it to stay.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So Get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple Team. The Temple Team at Keller Williams Realty.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I love these kinds of stories because you can take either side on this. But I don't think people are going to take the side of the business in this one. There is a man from California who was staying at the Venetian with his family in Las Vegas. And this was back in December. And the reason we're hearing about it now is because of court filings and things. He said that he awoke in the middle of the night in excruciating pain during his stay at the resort. He said, I just felt like somebody stabbing me in my private area. It felt like a sharp glass or a knife. So he jumped up. He said, I went to the restroom and I saw a scorpion hanging from my underwear.
Oh no.
Oh. A scorpion hanging from his underwear.
Which means it had stung him.
Yes. Oh. And he said after that, the man and his family checked out early from the hotel. Can you imagine trying to go out and, so it's over, you go back to sleep, whatever. And the next day you're going to go walk around in that desert heat and all of that mess that Las Vegas has to offer, and you're chafing and all this other stuff, but you've got a swollen, inflamed scorpion sting on your doings.
Ooh. Scorpions aren't like life-threatening, right?
Some can be, yeah.
Oh, damn.
He said, it was just under. He said it was just under my cover. They said, well, how did it get in the room? I don't know how it got in the room. I just know that it stung me in the sheets.
Oh, it feels like things are crawling on me right now.
Yeah, and so some of this article has quotes from his attorney. So you see.
So he's suing the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay. So
he's in a lot of pain, and he blames the Venetian. Obviously, he's going to blame them. So everybody was in shock, couldn't believe it. It says that he's considering legal action. In other words, I'm guessing that means he would consider not bringing legal action if there were a settlement reached before legal action could have to take place. It says that he's still, of course, having to deal with the emotional problems of it and everything like that. I mean, I get it. It's painful and all that, but are you having to deal with, anxiety now because you got stung by a scorpion? Does that mean you can't sleep in any bed anywhere, or you got some sort of, crazy thing going on that you got to have extensive therapy and all of that? I don't think so.
I do.
I think sleeping could be difficult at this point now. I would have a hard time going to sleep.
Just because you got stung?
At least at first.
A scorpion stung me.
Yeah,
I might have a hard time sleeping.
I know, but... I mean, it's Vegas. It's part of the deal. You got to expect a scorpion sting every now and then. They're in the desert, right?
Yeah.
People in Arizona laugh at that. Ha ha ha.
I get stung by a scorpion every week.
Yeah. I mean, mine looks like it was stung by a scorpion right now. All right, there's a question that has been asked to the internet. How are you going to come down on it? It is, are you cool? Are you cool, bro? We'll find out next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities, and we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Hey, don't miss those new podcasts on the Ace and TJ family app. Ace and Friends this afternoon. TJ's podcast late this morning when they get going. And make sure you go check out the Ace and TJ store. Don't forget about that either. You want your Ace and TJ merch. Beautiful, beautiful designer clothing, as well as the designer hot sauces. So great. acetj.com/store. All right, this is a simple question that the internet was posed, and it was simple. Do you consider yourself to be cool? And most Americans consider themselves to be cool. Yeah. Rob, do you consider yourself to be cool?
No.
You don't?
No.
Ace, I know you do.
Yes,
Riggins, you do.
No, I would
You
not
don't?
consider myself.
I think you are a liar to us.
Well, see, and that's the thing. The definition of cool is different with people's.
Yeah.
You know, I think cool is more of a, of a persona as far as your personality and the way you handle things and all that stuff. Because Rob, who's into nerdy things and all that, he's still cool when it comes to interacting with people like us. You know, he's not a nerd with us. He's still kind of, he's got a witty sense of humor and things like that. He's kind of a well-rounded person. But
Rob's cool in here. Because outside of here, it's not cool to be avoiding people and like
that's
lying
what I'm saying.
stuff,
Everybody is cool in a certain aspect.
Okay.
Now, I'm not cool when it comes to, wearing the fashions and things like that young people think is cool. So I wouldn't be cool. But I'm really cool.
Well.
I don't think that you can look at someone and tell that they're cool by the way they look. Like people say that Harry Styles is cool. He's not cool. To me, he's not cool. He's fake. Is fake cool?
That's a good question.
You don't think Harry Styles is cool?
No,
I think
Really?
he is.
not
think
even
Harry
in the
Styles is
least. I think he's a poser, and I think he tries too hard to make himself appear cool. I don't think he's real with it.
Huh.
You think he's cool, Rick?
Yeah. Yeah. But there's other popular people that a lot of people think are cool that I don't think are cool.
Like who? Travis Kelce.
No, I wouldn't
Vin
put it
Diesel.
in.
Do you think Travis Kelce's cool, Riggins?
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
No, Vin Diesel's not cool.
The Rock.
Cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah, I know you hate The Rock.
I used to think he was cool.
What, before he became a heel?
No. It was well before then.
But I mean, what about Ace thinks Chris Angel is cool
Yeah, well,
because he's got a look and a persona and all that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. My point is that people's definition of cool is different. So in that sense, that if your definition is cool, then you can fit into that, even though other people may not think that you are. So everybody's cool.
everybody's cool. Relax.
See?
You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. You are not.
So there. So enjoy yourself. Be out there on what's the Super Tuesday? Being cool.
Everybody's a winner tonight.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show. More next.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So we've been telling you all about these new podcasts that we've had going on for a little over a week now. Ace and Friends is one podcast, and TJ's podcast is another. On the podcast, TJ's podcast today, we're going to start a segment that will be beneficial to all mankind. So you want to make sure that you hear it. And it's basically, what would TJ do? So people have written in and asked my advice on, it's not relationship type advice necessarily, but it's just, decisions that you find yourself, having to make. You're at a fork in the road of life and you need that deciding voice to tell you what to do. Then that's something that I have. It's a burden that I have started to shoulder. So, and you can learn from, even if it's not your particular dilemma, you can learn from, what I tell each person to do. And it's not, like what's other people's opinions or anything like that. You're writing in, you're asking me because my decision is final. That's what it's going to be.
You must react.
Yeah.
If they write in, they must react the way you determine they should react.
I mean, it's not that I'm going to go get anybody else's opinion or anything. Group therapy we do, it's group therapy. Everybody adds to it and all that. This,
not in this case,
is just whatever I say is the way it's got to be. And you can either do it or you can do the wrong thing. It's up to you, but there won't be any asking around anybody. I'm not going to get some sort of a therapist on, like the other day we had the attorney on telling us about law cases and stuff like that. I'm not going to go get a therapist on and go, well, what should they do? And no, I'm the therapist. I'm the one. I'm the shaman for you.
Like it. TJ, you should do a whole T-shirt line that said do what I say or do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. TJ's podcast, do what I say, ... or do the wrong thing.
It's like when you go on people's court.
Or maybe even say, do what I tell you, ... or screw it up. That's basically, So it's what we're saying. But I can't think of a more, just cut through all of it and just say, cut through the noise. And you say, how am I qualified? I just am. That's why. Yeah. There's so many times when I'm just like,
how are you qualified? I just am.
I always say that about world leaders and everything. If they just listen to me, the world would be a better place. Well, this is your opportunity. So it's posted every day. We go live every day at 10 with this podcast in the AM. So don't miss it.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it as a podcast. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting, there's no appraisal. I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime. Thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics. Neogenics.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
There's a bunch of things trending this morning. Jason Kelce is the top trending topic. He announced his retirement yesterday from the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people were very emotional over it.
They were, and it was. I was fascinated. We mentioned this earlier. The number of people, the number of females who are Taylor Swift fans. They talk about the fact that a year ago I had no idea who this guy is, but now I'm sobbing watching his press conference.
Yeah,
there were a lot of people strictly because of Travis's relationship with Taylor Swift. There were a lot of people that tuned in to watch that commented on it or posted about it yesterday. Like, I can't believe I'm watching an NFL retirement press conference just because of this guy. I love this guy.
It's the Taylor effect.
Yeah, and he's become somebody that everybody universally loves.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's retiring, though.
Why is that?
Because we need to get rid of crybabies in the NFL.
His brother was crying there as well. Does he need to go?
Yeah, because he's also wearing friendship bracelets and sunglasses in the house. Yeah, unless he's a boxer and he just got beat up like Rocky, don't wear sunglasses in the house. And then also those little friendship bracelets with Travis and whatever her name is written on them. What's her name? Taylor, yeah.
When I saw him seated in the front row wearing sunglasses, I was like, oh, TJ's not gonna like that.
He was trying to hide his tears with it.
But why? Why you hiding your tears?
But he lifted the sunglasses to wipe away the tears.
That's true. You're right.
Which is a unique look for a guy.
You're a grown man. You're wearing friendship bracelets. She's 40 right now. Is she close to 40?
She's
Taylor?
36.
That's close.
Taylor Swift?
She's 33? 33.
She's 32, maybe, or 33. Yeah,
I think they're both 33. You're right.
40.
Yeah, they're both too old to be wearing friendship bracelets.
But what do you do when Taylor Swift fans keep giving him friendship bracelets? He can't help that.
Yeah, that's cool. Same thing we did when that Backstreet Boys fan gave us an airbrush T-shirt of AJ. She wanted us to give to him. We just said, "Oh, okay, cool," and then handed it to their manager and went on. Go, oh, thank you for the friendship bracelet, but in case you haven't noticed, I'm a grown man, and it's not for my daughter. I get it. You wear friendship bracelets with your daughter if you're a grown man, but
and who likes
your
AJ?
Girlfriend?
Who likes AJ at number one?
Right.
She's 34, by the way.
34. Okay.
Yeah, so she might as well be 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well be 70. That's right.
Why aren't you 60? Why aren't you 60?
So you can pick your choice of any of the weird national holidays today. It's National Absinthe Day. Absinthe. I've never had absinthe. I know about it from that movie Road Trip. Where they drink absinthe and lose their mind. I know Marilyn Manson's into absinthe. I don't know that it's legal here in the United States, but that is a national holiday. It's also National Cheese Doodle Day, or Cheeto Puffs, which my dad thinks are only for kids and women. And it's also National Multiple Personality Day. Now, TJ, your mother
does not have multiple personalities.
Does not have multiple personalities. What is no?
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be provocative. There's a guy who already holds a world record. He's 70 years old. You might not know his name, but you know what he's accomplished. And he is doubling down. He is getting even better with time. I'll tell you the story coming up next.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it as a podcast. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Thank you to Richard Toccato for sponsoring the Ace and TJ show. Love that guy. Mortgage expert.
You don't love him as much as I do.
Yeah, he's been helping Ace out. If you need a home equity line, one short phone call with Richard is all it takes. Easy. Or if you're looking to buy a house, refinance, he can do all that stuff as well. But get your cash now with Richard Toccato, homewithrichard.com. You're going to love that guy. Here's a guy I'm going to give you his name, and I just want to see if it triggers anything for you. Don Gorski.
Means nothing to me.
We've talked about him many times on the show. Many.
Okay.
Nothing, right?
No.
He's the guy that holds the record for eating the most Big Macs in a lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
With the bangs.
With the goofy, With the bangs, yeah. He's got an interesting look to himself. But he held the record, and he has held the record for decades. He eats 2 Big Macs every day, skips breakfast. That's pretty much all he eats aside from a midnight snack of maybe some potato chips or a fruit bar or ice cream. And that's it. And he's been doing it since 1970 when he was working in a prison. And he just extended his record this past week. His new total now stands at 34,128 Big Macs in a lifetime. 34,000.
34,000.
2 a day, but he's not going to McDonald's every day. He goes to McDonald's twice a week.
Yeah.
Buys them in bulk, puts them in the refrigerator, and microwaves them when he's ready to eat them for lunch and dinner. Oh, Don.
Sauce and all? Like
Sauce,
special sauce?
Lettuce
Yeah, you can't
microwave.
Lettuce doesn't microwave.
Lettuce does not
Terrible.
microwave.
But tomatoes?
No tomatoes on a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Oh,
2
okay.
all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Yeah, lettuce is the only thing I'm really the sauce probably too.
Yeah, I forget about that.
But if you love Big Macs that much, you would think you would want them like hot and fresh, and like you have a particular, like when Cubby goes to McDonald's, he knows how he wants his chicken nuggets with the honey sauce and all that stuff. So, but putting them in the refrigerator to eat 2 days later, I don't know, to me a little gnarly. But he's now in his 70s, and he's still eating 2 Big Macs every day for the foreseeable future, I would imagine. But he says his doctor says he's in great health.
What is the number again? 34,000 what?
34,128. Wow. Pretty remarkable stuff. Now, we know Tech D Rob loves fast food. What have you eaten from a fast food chain more than anything else, Rob? Is it a cheesy gordita crunch?
No, I'm trying to. It'd probably be a double cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Double cheeseburger, not the McDouble, the regular double cheeseburger,
Right,
2 slices of cheese.
I've only had like 2 McDoubles because I realized that wasn't for me. It didn't
not
have
for
enough
you.
cheese.
Well, at this time, during yesterday's show, I was asking Rob about why his car was parked in a different spot. And he said it was because his battery was dead. And he was preparing it for when he left work, that he would be able to attach some jumper cables to somebody else's car. This morning I arrived, your car is still in that same position. So what happened yesterday?
It worked fine, and it worked fine this morning. I'm just, prepping to make sure it's ready if I need.
A little paranoia.
Preparing for the worst again.
And I'm gonna go get a battery later in the week when I get a chance to. But
Okay.
I just just being prepped.
I understand. Just following up with you because we talked about it yesterday. So we've got some follow-up questions about Jason Kelce's retirement announcement. We'll get to him next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
It is. That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today. You could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting. There's no appraisal. I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So Jason Kelce is the top trending topic this morning after his retirement announcement. He's retiring from the Philadelphia Eagles after, 13, 15 seasons? Something
14,
like that?
I believe. 14 years.
So everybody's kind of over the moon about it. I mean, he has just become this lovable teddy bear of a guy. He's got a podcast, which I'm sure has seen a meteoric rise in popularity since his brother started dating Taylor Swift. I don't doubt it for a second. But during his retirement press conference, he's crying. His brother Travis is there sitting next to his mom Donna. Travis is crying. He's lifting up his sunglasses and dabbing his eyes with a kerchief. And Jason Kelce shed some tears as well. He talked about the night he met his wife, and it was a good press conference. But we did point out it's odd to see a sleeveless shirt during a
retirement press conference.
Yeah, or any press
type of press conference.
Yeah, kind of a unique look. But everybody in the room as well seems to be getting misty-eyed. Ace saw a bunch of TikTok videos of people sobbing over the news. A lot of Taylor Swift fans. I can't say that I've ever cried over a celebrity. Ever. Even Jimmy Buffett, who just passed away a few months ago. One of my all-time favorites. Loved him since I was a little kid. I didn't cry. I mean, I might have gotten choked up, but that was a death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has there been a celebrity incident, celebrity moment that didn't revolve around their death that made you cry? I remember walking downstairs and seeing my parents sitting on our living room sofa with my oldest brother sandwiched between them, and he was sobbing. And I was sure somebody had died. But it was because Ryan Sandberg had retired. And he was like a
second base legend, Hall of Famer.
And it made me look at my brother so totally different after that. Like, it was weird. I was like, why is he crying? I don't totally get it. But do you guys have an experience like that where you cried over something that wasn't a death?
Or what about any other kind of like an illness with a celebrity? or something? Nothing like that, but just something that happened with a celebrity.
I can't even really think of something other than like a retirement, I guess. I don't know. But maybe you do. Maybe you have an answer like that. If there's a celebrity death that really, wrecked you, we'd love to hear that too. At the Ace TJ Show, what celebrity moment made you cry? At the Ace TJ Show, we'll get your answers next.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
It is. That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today. You could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting. There's no appraisal. I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, so there's so many things up on the Ace and TJ family app that you can go check out. You can watch this entire show, the Ace and TJ Show. You can also check out TJ's podcast. Live at 10, Ace and Friends streaming at 3 p.m. Eastern. So many great things. And additional podcasts, ways to win great prizes. We've got a bunch of new options for you to win prizes now on the Ace and TJ family app as well. So go get it, acetj.com/app. We're talking about, have you ever cried over a celebrity? Not necessarily a death. Lots of people were torn up over the Jason Kelce retirement announcement. But what do you have? There's a lot of these, and a lot of them are deaths.
There is a good one that's not a death, though.
Okay.
A lady named Amber said, the press conference with Peyton Manning and Jim Irsay, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, when they let Peyton Manning go. As a diehard Colts fan, I sobbed for days.
I don't know that I ever saw that. Was it good?
Yeah, and because he's a career Colt. Took them, they won, Super Bowls and all that. But it was like, hey, we've reached a point where Peyton needs to go on. We need to make a move as a franchise in a different direction. And they both kind of came to an agreement. It was handled really, really well. But it was a very emotional day because he really didn't want to go anywhere else. He just was time to. And they really didn't want him to go. They just knew he had to.
It's like putting down Old Yeller.
Along those lines.
And a lot of these are deaths, but some of the deaths that people were upset over are kind of varying. Like, there's a lot of, I cried when Paul Walker died from the Fast and Furious. But I cried when Joe Diffie died, said Beth. Joe Diffie.
Joe Diffie.
Joe Diffie.
Country legend.
I cried when Aaron Carter kissed Lizzie McGuire in her Christmas episode. That is perfect. That's what we're talking about. it was, I'm sure, very rattling at a young age when you saw Aaron Carter kiss Lizzie McGuire. She said that was supposed to be me. Excellent answer.
When Aaron Carter kissed Lizzie McGuire in the Christmas episode.
I'm not familiar with the episode, but I'm sure it was emotionally moving.
But I'm sure a lot of girls cried whenever Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez started dating. You remember? Because they lashed out at her.
Yeah.
They did.
They're still lashing out at her. It's pretty ugly, actually. So the answers keep rolling in. If you've got a great one, at the Ace TJ Show, and we will follow up, or maybe we won't. We'll see.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime. Thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.